Hello, in this video I want to demonstrate you how to use API portal in Docker container. In order to get API portal Docker image, you need to go to support.axway.com and there you can find API portal Docker image archive. And you can download this archive, which I have already done. It's right here. And the next step would be to extract this archive and to load it to Docker daemon, which can be done with the command docker image load -i api portal and the name of the file. So now I hit enter and the process begins. It will take a while. As you can see, the image is loaded to the Docker daemon, and its name is Axway API Portal with the tag 7.7.2020 and we can check it with the command docker image ls. So you can see it right here. The next thing we want to do is to run an API portal container. In order to do that, we'll need to make some configurations to the container itself. These configurations can be done with environment variables that are described right here on the page for running API portal using ready-made Docker image in docs.axway.com. So right here you can find a list of available environment variables. I think you want to do is just to take this full list, copy it and paste it to an env file that I have already done. You can see it right here. So here you can see that I have pasted this list and changed some configurations. For example, my MySQL host is different from there, and some other configurations are changed as well. I have configured API Manager right here. Another thing, I have disabled post method for API catalog. Another thing, I configured ClamAV antivirus. I enabled login protection and, well, some more things that are not so much relevant. And Redis is configured as well. So to run this container, we need a command that I don't want to write to type here. So I'll just copy and paste it. I'll explain what's going on here. So we are running a Docker container in interactive mode. This container will be removed after we'll stop it. The name for the container is API Portal Demo. I want to load env file basic.env. And one thing I didn't want to share with you when I was showing you my env file is the MySQL password, because um, usually it's not the thing to demonstrate. So I paste it right here. It literally overwrites the value from env file, although the value in env file is empty, but here we override it in any way, and we override it with a value that's contained in the file mypass.txt. And another thing, I map port 80 on my host machine to port 80 in the Docker container. So now I can just hit enter and the process begins. So actually it has already finished, and after this line here, initializing is done, you can see that Apache started, and now we can go to the site and to check if it's working. Well, as you can see, it's working. One thing that's important that API portal currently is partially configured. For example, I have API Manager configured, so I can sign in directly without more configurations. I don't need to go to administrator pages, and to configure API Manager, it's already configured. So I can sign in with my account from API Manager, and as you can see, it's working. I can list some APIs here and even can make some requests to an API. I'll find my favorite endpoint here, which is store inventory, and we'll execute the query. And sure enough, we have the response. So to see how this magic happens, we can go to the admin page. The first thing, we need to change the default password. And in the components, under API Manager section, we can find this configuration already applied. Well, how it happened? It happened due to our basic env file. We had there an environment for API Manager, so the configuration went right here. Now I want to show you how to set up secure connection to API portal. So currently we are accessing API portal via plain HTTP, which is not very good from security point of view. As an alternative, we can use SSL. So in order to do that, I'll stop the container, currently running container, and here on the secrets section, on the secrets directory, I have an API portal key and API portal CRT files that can be used in API portal container. So in order to use them, I'm going to include one more environment file. So I'll change the previous command, and now it will look like this. So the basic difference starts from here. I'm including another environment variable file and provide a new environment variable. So first, I believe we wanna take a look at this SSL env file. So here we have Apache SSL on. That means we enable it. And we have Apache SSL certificate. It's encoded with base 46. So in order to API portal container to read this, we need to prepend the entry with base 46. And this is the actual base 46 encoded certificate. Another thing, I left it empty, Apache SSL private key. This private key is not here because again, I don't want to use it. I don't want it to be shown here. So it's right here in the secrets. And I can load it in the same manner I did with MySQL password. I can load it by cutting a file with this private key. So again, this command, And I can, another thing that's different, I'm mapping a new port, which is 443. I'm mapping it to the 443 port in the container. So now I can start it again. And we see that API portal context is restart. So we didn't actually change anything. We didn't uh, start a newer version of API portal container. That's why it's restarting. And now when we refresh the page, we see that SSL certificates started to work. As you can see, the protocols here shows HTTPS. The last thing I want to demonstrate you is how to use uh, Docker container volumes with API portal. So they're actually described right here in the API portal Docker pages. But there is a difference comparing with some images you could possibly use before. This difference is that all the volumes should be accessible by a user 1048. So this user 1048, it's not necessarily should be present on your machine, but the volumes or directories which you're gonna mount to the container should be writable and readable by this user. So the first thing I want to do is just to stop the container and to create a volume. Docker create Docker volume, create API portal templates. I'll use this volume for templates. Another thing I want to create is a directory. I'll mount this directory to the container as well. So as I said, this directory should be readable and writable by the user 1048. So in my case, I want to just to change this directory's owner. So as you can see, this directory now belongs to user 1048. Now I can slightly change our command again and to use this directories as volumes. So here, as you can see, I'm mounting API portal templates Docker volume to the appropriate directory in the container. And another thing, I'm using this newly created images directory and mount it to another place in the container. So now I can run it, and it seems like I did something wrong. Right, I forgot the v flag right here. And now, as you can see, we have something, we have everything is going fine. We can visit our API portal again. In order to check if it's working, we can go to content, media, and for example, upload a new file right here. In my case, I want just to create a new directory. Well, I'll just give it a daemon name. So Here it is. And another thing is we can go to extensions, templates, and here under styles we can create a new template. I'll just copy an existing template and give it a name new template. So now we can just stop this container and make sure it doesn't exist. And just to start this container again, and here on the templates, we'll see the newly created template, and in the content under media, we can find our dummy folder again. So that's pretty much it, and I would like to thank you for the viewing.